Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have our Forbidden Door 2024 predictions video. We have a very stacked card. And yeah, it's really excited. Forbidden Door season's always very exciting because you never know who you can actually see. But yeah, how are you looking forward to this?
Yeah, we got some pretty good updates. We're recording this right after this week's Dynamite. And yeah, we got some pretty cool updates with the learning tree and whatnot that we'll kind of speak on when we get to that. But yeah, very excited for this card, and yeah, let's get into it.
We're going to start off with the ladder match for the vacant TNT champion, where we have Konosuke Takeshita, Mark Briscoe, Jack Perry, Dante Martin, and Leo Rush, and a person that is to be decided. Who do you have winning this one?
With this one, I am going to go with Jack Perry. I think he is the most likely winner here. I could see the last person potentially being like a Darby Allin, maybe. Like just a returning Darby Allin, because Jack Perry was the person who, had the Anarchy in the Arena match with him, and kind of sent them away in a way. But yeah. Yeah,
I'm going Jack Perry as well. But the to-be determined person, I am a bit curious on who it could be. Hopefully it's a guy from CMLL, because I don't think we have any representation from them yet, besides Hinch and Sarah, I believe. But yeah, I'm going to go Jack Perry. Just makes sense due to storylines at the moment. And should be a pretty fun match, because ladder matches in AEW are always pretty good. Next up, we have Mercedes Moné take on Stephanie Vaquer for both the TBS champion and the New Japan Women's Strong Champion. And who do you have winning this one?
For this one, in my opinion, pretty easy choice. I'm going to go with Mercedes. Just don't see her losing the belt, or just losing in general, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, Mercedes Moné is in her Hulk Hogan era right now. Don't see her losing for quite a bit, and I agree. I think she's taking the dub on this one. Next up, we have Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Orange Cassidy. Who do you have for this one?
I am going to go with Zack Sabre Jr. for here. Orange Cassidy kind of been on the decline in storyline. Obviously, a lot of people are turning on him, and he's kind of trying to figure out who he can rely on in a way. And yeah, I think the downfall of Orange Cassidy is going to sort of continue here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take Zack Sabre Jr. here for this one. Yeah, just like you said, everything you said I kind of agree with. Next up, we have MJF take on Hinch and Sarah. Who do you have for this one?
Kind of the same story as Mercedes Moné. I'm going to go with MJF. Just don't see him losing. He does not have a title yet, but I would not expect that to last very long.
Yeah, I'm going to go MJF as well. Although I think Hinch and Sarah can be great and they'll have a phenomenal match. I just think MJF's the star boy of AEW, and like you said, he's not losing for quite a while. So yeah. Next up, we have the women's champion on the line, where we have Toni Storm take on Mina Shirakawa. And who do you have for this one?
I am going to go with Mina Shirakawa. I think this is going to be the one person not from AEW to kind of make a win here. And that is because I think it will just kind of further the storyline with Toni Storm and Mariah May. We'll see what that kind of leads to, potentially a triple threat match maybe, after what happened tonight where Mina Shirakawa goes to hit Toni Storm, but she ducks it, and Mariah May takes the hit. So kind of going to see what happens with that this weekend at the pay-per-view, I guess. But yeah, I will go with Mina.
Yeah, I really like what you said about potential triple threat happening there. I will go Toni Storm, though. We kind of talked about this off camera, where a lot of the champions seem like they're not going to lose. And I think this kind of applies to Toni Storm as well. I think Mariah May is still the person to take the belt off of Toni Storm. And maybe I think we still could have that triple threat, even if Toni Storm wins this. Maybe Mariah May costs Mina after, like you said, the attack she did on Dynamite today. But yeah, taking Toni Storm for this one. Next up, we have Bryan Danielson taking on Shingo Takagi in the first round of the Men's Owen Hart Cup tournament. And who are you taking for this one?
I will go with Bryan Danielson for this one. I just want to see him go further. This feels like a cup that he probably should go far in, potentially even win. But yeah.
Yeah, Bryan Danielson, I'm taking him as well. Obviously, Shingo Takagi, if I knew he would be around for a lot longer, maybe I would say he could win this one. But like you said, Bryan Danielson is probably going to win this tournament. And I think unless something happens with maybe Nigel McGuinness getting involved for Wembley, I see, like you said, Bryan Danielson win this and maybe taking on the goal at Wembley. But yeah. Next up, this is the match we're kind of talking about at the start of the video, where Chris Jericho at first was going to team up with Minoru Suzuki to take on Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata, but after they played a vignette for Minoru Suzuki, he kind of said, I'm not teaming with you, and yeah, so we should be getting a 1v1 between Chris Jericho and Minoru Suzuki, and who will you be taking in that match?
And for that one, I will go with Minoru Suzuki. Nothing really on the line here at all. Just, once friends, now enemies type of thing. And I guess we'll see what that looks like.
Yeah, I do believe it is for the FTW belt, because I think he said he wants to have it on the line. And for that reasoning, I am going to pick Chris Jericho, just because I think with the help of Big Bill, you'll probably get that. Maybe we also see Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata get involved in the match to help Minoru Suzuki. But for the moment, I will take Chris Jericho. Next up, we have the Elite taking on Scissor Ace, which is the Acclaimed, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Daddy Ass kind of took the step out and said, hey, I know a few presidents, and out comes Hiroshi Tanahashi saying he will be filling in for him. Should be a pretty good match, but who will you be taking?
Yeah, this is probably my new match that I'm the most excited for. Replacing Billy Gunn is something that kind of needed to happen for a match like this to reach his full potential. And Hiroshi Tanahashi, I mean, what an improvement from Billy Gunn to him, obviously. So I think this match will be great. This is a big stage for the Acclaim, kind of, to kind of show what they could do in a ring full of the best. So are they just, a good promo, or can they, fit in the ring? This will be a really good test here. And, potential champions as well. But yeah.
Yeah, for this one, I am going to go Scissor Ace. I'm taking Acclaimed in Hiroshi Tanahashi. Well, I know we are going to get the eventual tag team match between Acclaim versus the Bucks for the tag team belts. And I think you kind of just set up again because they already beat them once for the Eliminator match. And I think you set up even further and really makes the potential of Young Bucks losing the belts more likely. And even though if they will or will not, I am going to take them just because I think they're going to be good for the storyline.
No.
And finally, we have the AEW World Championship match where Swerve Strickland will be defending his champion against Will Ospreay. And who will you be taking in that match?
I will go with, it's kind of either way in a way, but I will go with Swerve Strickland. I think Will Ospreay will take his first loss, I believe, here. And that'll kind of continue on until Wembley, which we did kind of get an announcement with MJF and Daniel Garcia that they're going to have a match at Wembley. And then Will Ospreay came out, so potential triple threat there, potentially even fatal four-way maybe with Swerve. But yeah, a lot of things going on with this, a lot of ways it could go, but I will go with Swerve.
Yeah, something tells me that this match may not have a decisive winner. I feel like we might get some type of run-in. Who that would be, I don't know. But just since I don't know, I don't have a person to put in that spot, I will go Swerve Strickland, like you said. I don't think his title reign's going to end this early. He only won it this year. I feel like he will hold it at least till Wembley, if not further than that. So yeah, it just makes sense. Now, I did forget one match, and I apologize for that. But the last match we have is Jon Moxley versus Tetsuya Naito for the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, and who we will be taking in that match.
This is another one that I think might go towards the non-AEW side to bring the IWGP title back to New Japan, and yeah, I think this will be a cool way to do it and a good opponent to do it on with Jon Moxley. So yeah, I think I'll go with Tatsu Naito.
Yeah, I agree. I'm taking Naito as well. Moxley has recently been getting banged up in a lot of his matches, a lot of bloody matches. I kind of look back to that match with Josh Barnett at Bloodsport, which is an absolutely grueling match. So yeah, I think Naito gets the advantage here. Maybe we get some LIJ involvement to help him, to BCC as well. But yeah, very exciting card. What is the match you're looking most forward to?
I think that is going to be the Elite versus Scissor Ace. Kind of got real excited for that after what happened tonight.
Yeah. Do you think we'll get any run-ins or any debuts or returns on the night?
Not necessarily. Potentially a Darby Allin, like I said in the ladder match. But aside from that, I don't really see much happening.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is Forbidden Door predictions. Let us know your predictions down in the comments below, and we will catch you guys in the next video.